Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Merry Christmas. Oh, getting that feeling that it's finished. It's over. Well, not quite. We've got New Year coming, so looking forward to that. But this is grey over in Japan. It's 1:34 p.m. It's cold outside, only 4 degrees Celsius, whatever that is in Fahrenheit, no idea, but pretty cold. I'm wrecked. Too much walking. Last few days I've been walking to town and back because I've had a couple of drinking parties. Had one last night. It was a beer festival. The beer festival was last night. That was great fun. Didn't end up staying too late, but I walked to it. It's like, how far is it? It's only about 3.5 kilometers, so not too far, but it takes about 40 minutes, so good exercise for me. And yeah, you know, it's better to be walking than going on the bicycle like I used to in the past. You can't do that anymore in Japan. It's got very strict. So anyway, Dwayne's here. How are you doing, man? Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Are you Genki? I forgot to ask. Is everybody Genki? Are you recovered from the Christmas season yet? Let's see. I'm just checking on the page. Things looking good. Connection's fine. Yeah, okay, all sounding good. So, this is kind of like, what do you call it? I've not put a show together. I've got no preparation. It's just going to be let's wing it as usual. Talking about some of the best comics of the year. I've not finalised my list yet. I'm still working on it. It's hard. It's actually quite hard to narrow down to say, you know, especially 5. But maybe I'll do a top 10. So how about you? Do let me know your shout outs, your comics of the year so far. Can you believe it? There's been a lot out. And to address that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my channel page and we're going to see what reviews Gray was doing. Right from the beginning of this year. And it'll remind you what's, I'm going to say, hang on a minute. Remind you what came out. Yo, how you doing? To Megatherion, Fire and Ice. Are you talking about was that DC? It was DC, wasn't it? Not Marvel. Or are you talking about the anime, based on the anime, which I think only 3 issues came out for that. We need Gray's top 50 indie titles, says Fear Monarch. Man, making the top 50, that'd take some serious work, wouldn't it? Okay, but great to see you guys and girls if you're out there. Thank you. Okay, let's have a look. I say some of these might surprise you because it feels like they've been out longer than a year, but here we go. Just make sure this is looking alright on StreamYard. Make Gray a bit bigger. Ladies. There we go. Okay, here we go. Start with this one. Duke. I think it's probably one of the first reviews I did. Not exactly sure the dates, but Duke issue 1 came out in 2024. And I think the Duke, I want to say Duke, British English. The Duke miniseries. I'm with Jim from Teahouse Comics. It's probably one of the best like miniseries, well, the best comics, the best stories from the year. So yeah, look at that. Duke was back, I think it says 11 months ago. So hopefully that means it was January. We also got Ultimate Spider-Man issue 1 that came out. I tried to get a bit of a clickbaity title, but it didn't work. Me, clickbait. What was it? Ultimate Spider-Man 1 cured my insomnia. Yeah, it was alright actually. It was pretty good. So just I was going about it being very wordy. So that was out. We also had the latest Constantine, Hellblazer Dead in America. It's not one of the best of the year, but that came out. Cobra Commander, of course. Okay, let's go. Scrolling up, going backwards here. Godzilla -1. Black and white, minus colour, man. I know it's not a comic, but that was one of my picks of the year. But it actually came out in Japan. It came out in 2023, in November 2023, believe it or not. But the black and white version did come out in January this year. Okay, so we got Duke, of course. Conan. The first Conan I reviewed this year was issue 7. So it'd already been coming out for, wow, it already had like at least 6 issues. Cool, man. And Batman City of Madness, I was quite a big fan of that. The Hunger and the Dusk from IDW, G. Willow Wilson, surprisingly, that was surprisingly good too. So I'm not gonna neglect you, chat. Let me get back and see who's here. Yo, yeah, the DC one. I know, mate. It wasn't good, was it? It wasn't good at all. It wasn't well written. The Fire and Ice from DC, absolutely. Hello there, Jogron 2. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, my day's going well, thank you. As I say, it's 1:40 p.m. in the afternoon, Saturday. We're in the future in Japan. I'm recovered from a beer festival visit last night, which, as I say, wasn't too late. I was a good boy. I was home by 9 p.m. Cheers. So I've got some tea in the Teahouse today, Wakizashi's Teahouse, a bit of Darjeeling for summer flush from last year. Yo, Salty, I'd have been here earlier, but the ads, it seems like only you get ads watching my streams. Isn't that cool? That's funny. Okay, thanks, man. Ultimate Spider-Man 12 nearly killed my interest in Spider-Man in that universe. Yeah, it was a very, oh by gosh, by golly, Christmas issue, wasn't it? Lots of character development. If I'm being positive, I'll say there was some nice character work, but very, very little Tri-Zero Spider-Man in Ultimate Spider-Man issue 12. Where's Nos? I don't know, so I think he's recovering. Nos has been on probably on the old booze, like me. But yeah, I'm taking it easy today. I just got the cheap Arizona teas. Oh, do you get the cheap Arizona? Do you grow tea in Arizona? Philharmonic, you star. That's awesome. So, I say we're going to keep jumping in and out of the chat as well. I don't want to neglect you. Let's go a little bit further. So again, I'm not going to really do a proper list. I say just shout out what was coming out. We had Spawn issue 350 dropped earlier this year. It was okay. I've kind of lost my love of Spawn, the Spawn universe. It was good for a couple of years with the the reinvention, the relaunch, but I kind of got out of it. Okay. Savisora Conan, I'm sure Salty Traveling Sea's a big fan of that. Issue 1 came out. As I say, unless I click on the video, it doesn't give the dates, so it's 9 months ago. That was really good. I enjoyed that. I've been doing Animal Man with Jim as well. We recorded a review earlier today, Saturday for me, Friday night his time. We just reviewed issue 18, but it's not open. It's not yet. He's got to edit it, and then he'll send me the file. So where are we? Ultimate X-Men issue 1. And Batman the First Night. That was a mini-series that came out, and I really enjoyed that. I do recommend that for a good Batman story this year. First Night, I think they're releasing a really nice-looking hardcover of it, a collected edition. I think it's hardcover. Otherwise, it'll just be, regular paperback. But it deserves a good presentation, doesn't it? I'm probably one of the only, I think, people enjoying... Is that the right word? Enjoying Ultimate X-Men, because it is very, very original. It's its own thing. It might not be an X-Men book, as a lot of people say, which is fair, but it's really good on slice of Japanese school life and a bit of Japanese culture, and shot through with moments of pretty cool Japanese horror at times. So yeah, I've said it. Controversial, I know. I've been enjoying that. Okay, let's get back to you in the chat. See who else is here. Joe Grun2 saying, I really want Spider-Man to fight his villains and have his family just be there for an occasional character building moment. Exactly, mate, exactly. Issue 12, to make it, a Christmas story, a Christmas issue, which that was nice, I like that. But if there'd been say 8 issues of, non-stop action or great action moments, you wouldn't mind so much, would you? But when, since about issue 6, I think, after we had the first story arc come to an end, there was a good moment with Kingpin. I thought that was a really good kind of exciting couple of issues leading up to that big fight. I enjoyed that, but after that, from 7, 8 onwards, it's kind of been By Crom, says Salty. Big fan of Conan. Philharmonic, I wish I did work at a factory where they bottled it for a short time and still didn't get discount on a bulk order. Disgraceful. Oh, good to hear, mate. Good to hear. I'm going to say it 2 ways, your moniker. 2 Megatherion or To Megatherion. Awesome. I like Ultimate X-Men. I'm glad it's not only me. I'll say that. I'm glad it's not only me. Okay, let's go a little bit further, shall we? Should we scroll up, see what else was coming out? Get past Grey's Ghost Train. It wasn't really a ghost train. Yeah, so I was still reviewing Spawn back in 9 months ago, and Ultimate Spider-Man 3. I changed my mind by issue 3. Okay, you got me. This series is great. Again, that was a little bit kind of clickbaity. Not really, but it was a positive review. Did enjoy the first, I think, from 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe, worth reading. Okay, now we're talking. This will be on my list. This is probably, it could be even number 1. Rook Exodus. Issue 1 came out 8 months ago. Along with Redcoat, issue 1 and Geiger issue 1, the second volume of Geiger. So look at that, I dropped reviews for all of them. As you can see, Rook did pretty well. It got 700 views, Redcoat 300, Geiger 200, so not so great. But yeah, I thought they were all really, really good opening issues. I don't know about you, but probably out of the 3 series, Rook has just topped it. Rook is the best. But it's very close to call. Even, I'm actually a fan of Geiger, so I would rank it Rook, Geiger, and Redcoat so far. How about you? Let me know in the comments. Let me know your ranking. Fearmonic saying, I'm still liking Spider-Man. He's never been an action-packed hero for me. If I need that, I have wall-to-wall action in Hulk. Very fair point. Yes, yeah, you're right. I mean, I grew up in the, I was buying comics in the mid to later 80s, 1980s, yeah, so when David, is it Michelini, when he was writing it, so I remember those. Yeah, it's not like non-stop action, but, oh man, when Todd McFarlane was drawing it, mamma mia, back then, yeah, that was good times. But I do remember, the character building and families within it, well, the MJ, the Mary Jane issues, and yeah, the stuff with Eddie Brock and Venom when that all really kicked off. That was so cool. Or am I just looking at it with nostalgia eyes? You know what I mean? So yeah, Conan still reviewing that. That's been excellent. Although the latest issue I thought is probably the latest Conan I thought was probably the weakest so far from the run. And that's still not saying it's bad. It's still good, just not as good as it has been. But again, these are only my little opinions. Spider-Man, Shadow of the Green Goblin. Now this was good. This was a kind of throwback to, who was writing it? Was it JMS writing this? I think it might have been, yeah. I enjoyed that miniseries. That's worth a look. Okay, let's go up a little bit more. We also have, here's an example of Gray's clickbait actually working. Fallout, the series, which I didn't really enjoy that much. Here we go again. I'm perfect, Slay Queen, just as a joke, and it got a lot of views, and it got loads of angry comments. It was so cool. Anyway, Ultimate X-Men, Batman First Night. Again, I would shout out those. Come on, what else have we got? The Boy Wonder from Junie Barr. The Boy Wonder issue 1. I dropped a review of that. That came out. It's really good for Robin fans. If you're a fan of Robin, yeah, check it out. I liked it. I liked the way he treated each version of Robin throughout the mini-series. The art was a bit divisive for some people. They weren't struck on the art, but I thought it was good. I liked it. Very stylistic. Very stylistic. Okay, let's go up a little bit more. Godzilla, the 70th anniversary special. Big Godzilla fan. To quote Glenn from the Comic Book Palace, Zilla Zilla, Zilla Zilla, baby. Reviewing the Invisibles with Jim as well, and Doom Patrol, the painting that ate Paris. By the way, I don't often shout out, advertise my own channel, but and huge shout out to the members. You know who you are. You guys rock and roll. You guys and girls. But if you remember, you do get quite a lot of just basically me and Jim videos reviewing Doom Patrol, Morrison, also Animal Man and The Invisibles. We kind of been, jumping in and out of each one. We did a couple of X-Men reviews. I think the first ones of those might be available for all viewers, but yeah, there is a lot of members-only content on the channel. Look at Gray, bigging himself up. Okay, here we go, guys. Check it out. 2 great indie recommendations I've got here. I don't know how well you can see. If you can't see the screen, I'm reading them out anyway. Grommets, issue 1 from Rick Remender. Really enjoying that. It's an 1980s set skateboard story, high school skateboard story. Really good art in that. It's stylistic, it's indie, but that doesn't really show inside, does it? No, the interior art's excellent. And Falling in Love on the Path to Hell, issue 1. Unforgiven meets Shogun. That's what I said. In explosive opener. Yeah, this has been great. Maybe it's getting a little bit, I don't know, not quite as good as it was when it started. I think we're up to, God, what issue are we up to now? Is it 6 or 7? This was 6 months ago, so we must be up to 6 or 7. I hope it's going to be ongoing, but there are rumours it might not if it's not selling that well. We'll have to see. Okay, let me jump back. Let me jump back to you guys. Dwayne's got a big shout out for Steve Ditko, Spider-Man, Stanley, Lee and Ditko. Excuse me, those are the days, weren't they? I've got a fantastic Penguin Classic edition of the early Spider-Man issues. It doesn't print them all. I've talked about it before. It doesn't show them all, but it's got like, say, it picks maybe 8 or 10 from the first 20. And like there's like essays on it as well. Really good. Jack, be lucky. Good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping in and thanks for your recent comments. I'm still reading Rook, Geiger and Redcoat. Okay, that's your ranking, is it? Look at that. We're the same. We're ranking. It's very close to call it, isn't it? But Rook is up there, I think, number 1. Geiger is a very close second and Redcoat third. But they're all quality. I really do recommend them. Thanks, man. Geiger, says Dwayne. Definitely. That last Redcoat issue is pretty fantastic. Oh, it's a cracker, Fear Monarch. I think it's probably my favourite, the latest one. I've not read the brand new one, by the way. Actually, did that drop? That's dropped this week, hasn't it? I'm so behind on my reading this week, you know, understandably. And I hope you all had a great festive season, great Christmas, if you celebrate it. I certainly have. You know what I mean? Whew. Salty will tell you all about that. Okay, let's see what Jaguar2 is talking about. I think it's not only MJ Peter fans being teased by Nick Lowe from like that cover of Peter and Black Cat making out, yes, during the 8 deaths of Spider-Man, to learn Shay and Peter in the new number 1. Lots of trolling. There's been a lot of trolling by Nick. Is he the most evil character in comics? But he's a real guy. He's actually the editor of Amazing Spider-Man. He's also editing a series that I'm going to shout out, and you might be surprised. I've not done reviews of it, but Spider-Boy. Spider-Boy is actually probably the most fun Spider-Man comic out there, and he's hardly in it. The latest issue, it's Spider-Boy and Daredevil teaming up, and they're fighting Bullseye, and Bullseye's got like a little apprentice as well. It's just fun, and it's really good for all ages. Although there was a funny comment in it about Spider-Boy was complaining to Daredevil, like, "What are you doing? You're making me watch, you know, this like brutal tournament. It's like, this is PG-13 or something. I'm too young for this. I'm only 10." Something like that. Dan Slott cracking a joke. Who'd have thought? Yeah, I agree though, mate. I agree. That's why I think everyone was really, really, you know, geared up for Ultimate Spider-Man. But after a very early promise, it's kind of, I don't know, it's a bit of a slow mover, I think. But that's just me again. You might love it. Morning Hayes in the chat. Dwayne Muth shouting out Ghost Machine. Great to see you. I hope you're good. I hope you're Genki. And best wishes to you wherever you are. Let's see. Fear Monarch, who has been a member for 15 months. I'm bowing down to you, showing me bald spot. Thank you so much, man, for your support. It's amazing. Wakizashi guard standing by. Let's drop something for you. Where are we? What do we have? I'm just going to do it randomly. I'm going to go through my clips one by one and just play the top one. This is for Fear Monarch and everybody else.
This is the life, eh? Hey! Hey! Do you want to fight or something? Calm down, eh? Calm down. Hey, calm down.
Love taking the mickey out of Scousers. And my dad's a Scouse. Well, you know, he's not here anymore, but he was born in Liverpool. My mum was from Manchester. We have a Liverpool-Manchester alliance in the family, even though we are big rivals in football, Liverpool and Manchester. Okay, thanks for that, Fear Monarch, you star. I really appreciate your support, mate. Ditko's Doctor Strange, big shout out. And cheers to you, Dwayne. Jargon2, he's the failure of ASM, and yeah, Spider-Man line. I can't believe he's still like working there. Can you? Can't believe Nick Lowe's still got that job. Yo, Nedporiol. Oh my god, how you doing, man? Merry Christmas to you. Hope you're Genki. Yes, I know we are going to do it. We're going to do the Star Trek stream. It's just been insanely, you know what it's like this time of year. Insanely busy. I've got some time off next week as well, so if you fancy an evening slot, your time, what do you call it? Oh my god, I'm forgetting my English here. Oh, help! Not weekend, weekday. If you fancy a weekday evening, let me know. I thought he gave up when he started working for Marvel. Yeah, Fear Monarch. I know, right? I know. I like your little pink poo-poo there. Unko. That's your Japanese lesson for today. Unko. Or unchi. It's like the cute version of it. That means poo. Drop your uncos in the chat. No, I'm joking. Just got cancelled. Oh my god. Yo, Jacob's here as well. Good to see you, man. Thank you, and I hope you had a great Christmas. I really do. Drop your uncos. It's not as rude as it sounds. Okay. I'm kind of I'm a little bit hungover, so maybe that's why I'm being silly. Okay, back to the comics. Get back to the list. This is fantastic. So Grommets and Falling in Love on the Path to Hell, both from Image, by the way. Recommend them both. Okay, Ultimates issue 1. I'm out of Ultimates. I'm not even reading it anymore. The first issue was okay. Not keen on the art either, but that's just me. Okay, Transformers. How could I forget? Because I've not seen it. It's the review I did 6 months ago for issue 9. Transformers has been consistently quality. If you're a fan of the IP of the characters, you must be loving that series. I've never really been into it, but I can appreciate a great comic when I see one, when I read one. Okay, Destro wasn't as good as I was hoping. I like Dan Watters, the writer, but yeah, again, maybe if I was more connected to G.I. Joe, I might have got it. But saying that, one of my well, I think he used to be a viewer. Maybe he doesn't watch anymore. He used to comment. He hated it. He was a big Destro fan. He said he thought it was a terrible take, terrible writing. So there we go. I was talking about Ultimate, guys. Ultimate Spider-Man, issue 6. That was my favourite issue. And I put here Marco Cicchetto, he returns for the best issue yet. I thought that was a cracker. Really good issue. Ooh, look at young Grey there with long hair. Oh, I remember when I had hair. Oh, there we go. There's the new X-Men. The first of Grant Morrison's new X-Men is available. Not yet for all viewers. It's not members only. You can check that out if you fancy it. Okay, Rook Exodus, of course. Spider-Man Reign 2, issue 1. Just for the sheer outright madness of it. It's completely bonkers. It's mad as a bag of ferrets, or is it a bag of spanners? A bag of hammers. Absolutely bonkers, but I loved it. Really enjoyed it, and that's been one of my best performing videos this year. It's got, look at that, 2K. That is really good for me. Like, don't laugh, guys, don't laugh. 2K, fantastic. It's still like doing well, that video. X-Men, the new launch started. I wasn't really that sure. I gave it maybe, I think it did get like a 7, something like that. It was alright. Okay, keep going. More Transformers, more Ultimate X-Men. Animal Man with Jim. Nemesis, Rogues Gallery, Mark Miller and Nemesis Returns. Absolutely cracking. Really enjoying it so far. It's not finished yet, it's not over, so hoping he lands the ending. For just a daft comic, which is fun. What if Donald Duck became Wolverine? That was alright. For kids really. I'm a big kid at heart. Prodigy, Slaves of Mars, issue 1 from Mark Miller again. Enjoying that. Wolverine Revenge, that's been decent. Hickman and Capullo. Again, these are not like, I'm not saying these are best of the year. I say I need to take the time to do a proper video about it, but the Ghost Machine books are Rook and Geiger, and probably Redcoat, they're up there. Transformers, Conan. Okay, what else do we have? Exceptional X-Men issue 1. I got a bit of stick for that. I was trying to be a bit clickbaity, but I changed the title in the end. I'm not enjoying it, sorry. Wolverine issue 1. The first issue was okay. The new volume of Wolverine by Saladin, is it Ahmed? But it's gone off, I think. Not really struck me. Batman the Long Halloween has been up and down. First issue was great. I really enjoyed the latest one. By the way, I'll show a bit of that in a minute. I've got a review copy if you want to have a look. Hyde Street was okay. Love the art. It's a bit of a dark story, of course. A bit creepy. A bit dark even for me. Batman and Robin, the relaunch with Philip Kennedy Johnson, is that right? I think he's writing it now. Yes, I'm on board with that. It's been good. Batman Full Moon, another one to shout out. It's decent. It's, again, not best of the year, but it's worth a look. Jupiter's Legacy, the finale from Miller again. We're getting close to home now. Getting close to home, folks. Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 1. I enjoyed it. The latest one is a bit weird. More of that in a moment. And Legend of the Dark Knight, Gothic. It's not this year, I know, but I've been enjoying doing those with Jim. Amazing Spider-Man has gone right off. Rocket Fellas was decent. Batman and Robin Year 1, Mark Waid. Who knew? It's probably currently the best Batman comic. I'm really enjoying that. And we're almost caught up. Justice League Unlimited just dropped. Issue 1. Issue 2 came out. Not read it yet. That was very good opening issue. And did I review Dark Patterns? Yeah, Batman Dark Patterns. The first issue of that just came out. Really enjoying that. One more to shout out. I'm coming back to you in the chat. Nightclub. The second volume of Nightclub has been great. Really, really good. Okay. Let's get back to you. Where are we? What is this? A New York subway? Is that what it's like? Philharmonic. The Japanese subways are beautifully clean, as you can probably imagine. Oh, thanks, Jack. It's a beauty. Dwayne, I'm going to get round to it, I swear. Void Rivals. I did start reading that series, okay? And I was enjoying it, but again, I'm not that connected to the characters. So it was kind of like... I keep hearing how good it is. People keep recommending it to me. I will catch up. I think I have it actually on Global Comics. I need to double check, but we'll check. Good, yeah. Philharmonic 2 has been enjoying Void Rivals. Dwayne, Philharmonic. I get a lot of recommendations in the Best of the Weeks. The new release videos. So yeah, I will get there. I'm going to read it in one go. Just need some time. Give me more time. Okay, Dwayne recommended reading Science Dog by Kirkman. And of course, Invincible. Yes, Invincible is great. Philharmonic says we're getting more Invincible coming up. A mini-series about Battle Beast from Kirkman and Otley. I saw the cover, the preview of the cover, yeah. I don't know the character, but... Because I didn't read the whole of Invincible. Yeah, I know, right? I just read the first volume. Battle Beast! So there's love in the chat for Battle Beast. That is awesome. Great. Okay, there we go. What I was going to do was I was talking a bit about Absolute Wonder Woman. Do I have it set up? I want to show you some of the comic if you don't mind. Spoilers. Here we go. Now, let's go back and just check the setting. Make grey this size. It makes the comic bigger as well when I do that. It's only single page. It's a review copy, so... I can't make it bigger, unfortunately. Let's have a look. I want to read a little bit for you. Pretty intriguing art, should we say, to be kind. The Kraken. Great bar. Intriguing art by Hayden Sherman. Prefer his Dark Patterns, his Batman Dark Patterns, but there are some good moments in this. Some nice action scenes, but I want to read you a little bit of the dialogue. So this is issue 3, part 3 of 5 of The Last Amazon. Kelly Thompson writing, Hayden Sherman on art, Jordi Belair does the colours. Let's have a look. So this is back in the Wild Isle, hell, back in the past when Steve Trevor was washed up on the shores of the island in hell. It's really, really weird. It's kind of cool that Kelly Thompson's taken this approach to the character, to Wonder Woman, her growing up, being looked after by, is it Circe? I think that's how you pronounce it. In an island in hell, but she still grows up, to be like a good woman, a good person, a hero. This is it. I want to read you this line of dialogue. Okay, here we go. Got Steve and Diane. Diana, is it? Diana? Love is transformative, Steve, always. Now, I'm very happy with that. I'm up for that. I'm a big believer in love and light. The surface could use a whole lot more of that, says Steve, talking about Earth. You understand, of course, I mean love. And not baby hydras. Then Wonder Woman asks Steve, do you miss it terribly? Tell me about your home. Here we go. This line, I actually clipped this and put it in the Slack chat of Weird Science Patreon. Gateway City is on the coast, and the way the light hits the Pacific at sunset, it always reminded me of my mother's laugh for some reason. Something about how it dances across the tips of the water, consistent and yet surprising. I miss how it reminded me of her every time I saw it. I'm sorry, call me an old cynic, but it really made me laugh, that line. Do you does the sunshine off the coast, off the waves of the Pacific, does it remind you of your mother's laughter? Does anybody remember laughter? Yeah, I know, bar humbug, I'm an old cynic, but I just thought, God, there's some really cheesy dialogue in here, but there's good moments too, so yeah. I'm still on board. I'm still reading. I'm not completely out yet. It's a crazy moment, like, spoilers, folks, if you've not read it. There's a crazy moment in here where Diana is basically trying to get Steve back to, to where he's from, back to Earth, back to real life. But she has to make a sacrifice, and it's not clear. It just says, a sacrifice of the highest order, it says in the spell book here. And Cersei's warning her, saying, you've got to understand this is not a small sacrifice. I read it, says Diana. Then you didn't understand it. I understand it perfectly, she says. So, anyway, then Steve Trevor walks in. He's been gathering firewood for the fire. What a star. What a legend. Guess what the sacrifice is that Wonder Woman, that Diana gives to get Steve back home? It's a bit of a weird one. Here we go. Diana, what are you doing up at this hour? Says Cersei. She wakes up in the middle of the night. Diana's covered in a cloak. She's wearing a cloak. She's putting something together, ingredients into a big bucket. I think she's making a spell. If I'm a great warrior and will someday be an even greater one, a saviour of humanity, as you say, then I cannot fail in my first mission for humanity. To return to them one of their great heroes. One good man is all it takes to save... Hang on a sec, I've got to hide that. Oh my god, I can't. To save the world. One good man is all that it takes to save the world. He wasn't a gift, Mother. He was a test. And then guess what she's done? What is the sacrifice? The dominant arm of a great warrior is a worthy sacrifice. So she's basically cut off her sword fighting arm, her right arm, as a sacrifice to get Steve back to Earth. What have you done, Diana? Now, you can see it two ways. It's like, wow, that's pretty intense and, a very noble sacrifice. Or you can either see it as like, what? You what? She gave her arm? How about her leg, as Jim said? An arm and a leg. Oh, my goodness. Just call me an old cynic. But it worked. It got Steve home. Got Steve home. There we go. So all this time, in Absolute Wonder Woman, the first two issues, she's been fighting with a magical arm, which we didn't know about. We found out about it this issue. There we go. Okay, that's enough of that. Let me get back. Let me get back to the chat. Nosferatu, are you here? I can only stay a few minutes, and if Gray doesn't play the video, our friendship will be irreparable. Fear Monarch, he's the badass big white tiger with a huge club that smacked Mark around in the first season. Gotcha! Thank you. That's the battle beast. Gotcha. I wonder if we get Absolute Aquaman. Yes! We're getting it, aren't we? I think we're getting quite a lot. Mega. I think we're getting Absolute Flash, Absolute Martian Manhunter. Who knew we needed that? Okay, see, look at this. Maserato's making me work. I've got to copy this link. I've got to check it first to make sure it's not crazy. The last few live streams have all been demonetized because I shared things. Oh, it's a commercial for a video game for Fortnite. I'm joking. Okay, I'm a big Bruce Lee fan too, mate. Yeah. There we go. I'll get round to it. Alvin the Alien and Conquest of Invincible. Megatherion saying, I wish Nicholas Scott did the art for this. Yeah, that would be cool. Fear Monarch, I actually goofed and didn't notice I bought 2 copies of Absolute Wonder Woman. So whenever I mail you a package of comics, you'll probably have one of these in there too. They will all be this lame, I promise. No, that's awesome. Mate, don't worry about it. Look, being a member of the channel, that is fantastic support. That's enough. Don't worry about sending me stuff over. I really appreciate it though. Thank you. Yeah, I can get some physical copies. I've talked about it before. It depends on, like, if it's DC and Marvel, they get most of it, but they sell out so quick. The shop in Tokyo, I sometimes order from. So thank you. I can get main. A bit on the nose with the flowery nonsense there. Yeah, did you think so, Fear Monarch? Does anybody remember laughter? I remember the Alamo, says Fear Monarch. Arm and a leg in it. Arm and a leg and a left nut, says Dwayne. Jokes aside, I hope you had a great Christmas, mate. Me too. I've been, a little bit overindulging, as you do this time of year. I can feel the weight, sticking on me. Oh my God, that's why I've been trying to walk it off. Making an excuse at walking into town for a couple of beers, and then walking back home is not going to put on too much weight. But I'm eating too much, drinking too much, enjoying the fantastic festive season. Fortnite Battle Pass. I'm just building a nice bundle so you have something worth opening. Thanks, mate. I really appreciate it. And Fairmont, yeah, Absolute Flash by Jeff Lemire or Lemire. Or how about Lemire? Lemire. I've drank so much this week, I have a heart murmur. Nos, don't even joke about that. I've been getting the rapid heartbeat a couple of times after a big session. So I was like, Jesus, my body is trying to tell me something. I've got to be careful. Drinking like I'm still in my 20s, you know what I mean? But while you're all here, let me drop something. This is for Nosferatu. I will get to that, mate, later, but I can't at the moment. This is for you, mate. This will probably get me demonetised because I played a bit of the trailer for...
You're drunk. Just bring out the tapes. Cake and fine wine.
If you don't leave, we'll call the police.
Balls. We want the finest wines available to humanity. We want them here, and we want them now.
Miss Blenner has it. Telephone the police.
Now, take a chance with that clip because they always say, like, when you drop a clip, do a video clip, try and keep it around 8 to 9 seconds. That is only 16 seconds, but, probably get flagged. I've got away with it in the past, but I don't care. Don't make much money off these streams anyway. It's, you get back, if you're lucky, you get maybe 20 cents for 100 views. Seriously, I'm not joking. Regular videos do a lot better. Nos, come on, you love that clip, don't you? That was for you, man. That was for you. Mate, my heart was bumping watching Nosferatu in the theatre. Oh, Jesus, did you go and see it? I knew you would. How dare you? There's no release date confirmed for Japan yet. I'm still waiting. I'm probably going to have to sail the high seas, you know what I mean, to watch it. I'm waiting for it to drop on that site. No, so thanks, man, but don't worry about it. One night we're going to have a grey movie date and watch this. See what I did there? Yeah, I don't believe you... It's been built up too much to watch with Nell with me. I'll be disappointed because I've thought about watching it with Salty as well, but I think Salty's not interested. Me and Fame on it, maybe we'll watch it. Yeah, watch with Nell. What was it with my Christmas stream? I started playing it. I played the opening fantastic saxophone version of what do you call it? Is it Whiter Shade of Pale or Lighter Shade of Pale? Really, really good. Is it by far the most effed up version of Orlok? Orlok. The voice sounds incredible. I know, man, I know. That clip you sent me of the voice, Jesus. It's the most effed up version of Orlok ever depicted. Some of the things that happened had my jaw on the floor. Mate, you should message Salty, that's possible, because he went to see it too. I spoke to him like not long after he'd finished the movie. He was still out in the wherever the theatre was, and he was kind of buzzing, but he's trying to get his thoughts in order. He was saying, like, of course, we know it's not going to be a fun movie. Is it a Christmas movie? There are Christmas references in there. Is there snow? I haven't seen it. I guess there is. There's snow. I've heard it's very muted colours, almost like, not like the Lighthouse, not black and white, but muted colour palette. Is that the whole way through, or is it just certain scenes where they reduce the colour? No, Salty, as far as I know, Salty loved it, mate. Seriously, Salty loved it. And do let me know, guys, if you're still there in the chat. Let me know if you've seen Nosferatu. And, I mean, of course I'm going to go see it if it ever comes out here on the big screen. But I'll have to wait, so I'm going to watch it on the small screen before, if I can. I'm glad to hear, man. I'm glad to hear it's good. You enjoyed it. Is it as good as the Klaus Kinski version? That's the question. Is it that good? Okay, I'm going to drop this for Nos as well because I love you. Just let me share this because oh my God, I love this scene. This is a video he sent me, folks. It's nothing dodgy. It's Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's wonderful fight scenes, moments from his movies. Unnoticed movements, it's called. I was a huge Bruce Lee fan for a while in my teens, like a lot of people. Let's see, does this work now if I play? Here, ready? It's a shame about the music. If it just had the sound of him, you know, it should be. Let's watch that again. So fast. If I slow it down, can I do that? Settings. Slow it down, playback speed, 0.5. Let's see how that goes. One more time, here we go. Mamma mia! Incredible! Isn't it? Absolutely incredible. Dude, this video actually shows how crazy. Yeah, I know, the stuff he was doing. What do you say, Nosferatu, to the naysayers who say, come on, you know, a regular Hollywood stuntman could have taken him out easily? What do you say to that? But God, he was fast. He was fast, and he was ripped. Not big ripped. He was just like, I think he said it was like almost 0% like body fat on him when he died. Okay, Nosferatu, it takes place during Christmas. It's released on Christmas Day, so technically it is a Christmas movie. Okay, thanks, man. Good to hear. So it does take place during Christmas. But it's the most effed up Christmas movie ever. Hey, Jacob. Good to see you still here. I just hope we find out who was flickering the lights, says Pheromonic. It's gone dark. I know. I got up. I dropped that Withnail clip because the sun was pouring in through the living room window here. I've closed the curtain, now it's gone really dark. Ooh, it's kind of exciting, isn't it? What's up, Jacob? Real life Liu Kang. Okay, that's what I was saying. I would say people who say he could compete in UFC are silly. Yeah, I know. He'll be murdered. You know what I mean? He's so fast, but it's like, how much power, you know, did he really have? I mean, I've seen the videos, you know, the 1-inch punch and all that. I've seen that, but it makes you wonder. Okay, context for the lights. This may be copyright. Okay, let's have a look. Pheromonic. I will check it first, mate. Don't worry. Do you eat KFC for Christmas? No, we didn't. But the Mrs. Wakizashi, she roasted some chicken drumsticks, chicken legs, should we call them? Really, really good with roast potatoes, roast sweet potato as well. It was delicious. I made a beef macaroni and cheese gratin, beef gratin, and I'm cooking curry later today, this afternoon. Cooking a chicken curry for tonight from scratch. Make me own not make my spices, but you know, I put all the spices in separately and try and make a nice little spicy kick afterwards. Okay, I'm all over the place, aren't I? Karage, yes, man, karage. I kind of say that. I can say karage. That's how you pronounce it. Karage. Bingo bango nos. I even saw a clip about Eggers talking about that. Okay, what's Pheromonic sharing with me? Just bear with me for a moment, folks, while I check what this is. Here we go. Boom. It looks bonkers. It's only 27 seconds. I'm going to play it for you, Pheromonic, because you are a star, you're a member, and you're a friend. Share my screen. I don't care about the copyright. Don't worry about it. As long as I don't get a strike, of course. Share your screen. Did I share audio? I think so. Here we go, folks.
Can I have a job application?
Oh, wait a minute. I've got the speed on really slow. Good job I'm not doing this drunk, isn't it? I wouldn't have even noticed. It would have sounded completely normal for me.
I brought my own spatula. I called earlier, but I hung up because I was nervous. Do you have references?
Wait! If that was you on the phone and you on the bus, then who was flickering the lights?
Dun, dun, dun. I got you.
Nosferatu!
Oh, that's awesome. Oh man, that's brilliant. That's for you, man. That's for you, and for Nosferatu, and for everyone else who's still out there. Oh my god, you just made me afternoon. That was classic. Now I get the reference. I thought you'd meant you'd seen the movie. You'd gone to see it, and there was a flickering light in reference to the movie. So that's awesome. That's right. I was saying the first few seasons of SpongeBob are god tier, dude. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should clip it. So thanks for that link. I'll keep that. I'll bookmark it for later. I will clip it. See how long, see if I can get away with it. If I can make a shorter version, a little clip. Oh, classic. So, God, where was I, guys? This is all over the place, isn't it? It's regular. I'm not going to go on too long, just warning you. I'd love to. We're on 45 minutes. Yes, how we're doing. I was even tempted to open this up and, like, invite members in, but I don't know. I don't want to be. I've not been on too long, so I've got like maybe 15 minutes before Mrs. W like kicks me out of the dining living room, all in one kitchen you can't see, just there. The timey room's over there. Okay. I've got the red eyes from them. Too much last night, too much drinking, man. I wish. The beer festival, it was really cold, but they had hot spicy wine, mulled wine, so I had a couple of dark porters first to start, and then I was on the hot wine. And, I think because it's been heated, it's like some of the alcohol's gone from it. But this morning I woke up like, oof, even without being too late. I went to bed before 12. I was back by 9. SpongeBob Zodiac. You need that as a stream. Yeah, I'd say, it's a great idea for the stream. Anyway, before we finish, I've got about 15 minutes. What I was going to talk about is what's coming out next week, folks. Because there's no comic news, really. I've checked for news. Actually, we can have a quick laugh. You want a bit of a laugh? Let's have a look at AIPT's 5 comics of last week. Come on, before we go to the new releases. Share screen. Let's have a look. Just want to see whether they're on your list as well. You know what I mean? Right then. There we go. Are you ready for this? Let's see what AIPT has to say for the best 5 comics of the week, December 25th. So, this week, folks. In at number 5, Iron Man issue 3. This is by Collier Jennings, is the reviewer, so we take his or their word for it. Iron Man 3 continues to think outside the box, both in terms of enemies and Tony Stark's approach to problem solving. It also features its hero wielding a massive sword. Ooh, sounds like Absolute Wonder Woman. Which is awesome. The battle axe from Absolute Batman might have some competition. I've got to say that image does look pretty awesome. I haven't read it yet. I've heard it's not great. Let's say Jim was saying it wasn't that great. There's a lot of talk or story about corporate takeovers, that kind of thing. But yeah, that action looks good. That image looks good. I'll have a look. In at number 4, and I do recommend this, Spider-Boy issue 14, Dan Slott. Surprisingly, he's writing probably the most entertaining Spider-Man based comic at the moment, and Spider-Man's hardly in it. Well, he's not in it. The first page of the book has a nice summary of everything that's gone before, and it's a great way to catch up on what's happened in previous issues. So you have no excuses. Pick up this issue, dive into the series. There's an incredible amount of story packed into this issue, and it's all fantastic, with Spider-Girl and Hulkette given some time to shine amidst the book's wall-to-wall action. I tell you, if you're missing action in Ultimate Spider-Man, check out Spider-Boy. It's a martial arts tournament at the moment, and he's there with Daredevil. It's really good. It's really good fun. As I say, it's not going to win any awards. It's not incredible writing or anything like that. It's just fun. Remember, comics are meant to be fun. Again, this is AIPT, but I do agree with that one, actually. Okay, in at number 3, Void Rivals issue 15. A big favourite, the Wakizashi Teahouse chat and members. Let's see what they said about it. I hope that Kirkman keeps doing his thing, because this Void Rivals is definitely going to start getting a lot more attention from core Transformers fans soon enough. And if you are a Transformers fan who hasn't read this already, what are you waiting for? Go, go, go. Okay, not much about it there. Obviously, this reviewer really liked it. So up to issue 15. Wow. Gray has got some catching up to do. In at number 2, they've rated Justice League Unlimited issue 2 as the second best comic last week or this week. Though it is still in the setup phase of the arc, Wade, Mora and Bonvillain continue to flex their creative muscles in this issue. Tiny. With worthwhile character interactions, action-heavy art accentuated with a fun monster movie vibe, and set up for compelling mysteries that are personal to the Leaguers and could prove catastrophic to the team. I can take a breath now. That was all one long sentence, folks. January can't come soon enough. There we go. That was Piper Whittaker and Eric Thomas's review. And guess what's in? Number 1 for this week, Absolute Wonder Woman issue 3, according to AIPT. That rhymes. I'm a poet and I don't know it. Absolute Wonder Woman issue 3, they say, is a perfect issue. It introduces new faces and tells the tales of the titular hero, all while allowing the audience to peer deeper and deeper into Wonder Woman's mind. Thus far, this stands to be the strongest Absolute title out of the Trinity titles, and I can't wait for more. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say it's not on my top 5 this week. I'm enjoying Absolute Batman much more. It's completely bonkers, goofy fun, Absolute Batman. Superman, I'm not made up mind yet, but yeah. So what do you think, folks? That was AIPT. Stop sharing, let's get back. Get back to studio. Gray went really northern then. Get back to studio. Where are we? No Marvel books, 2 weeks in a row. Although Iron Man 3 was there. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've not read that much yet. I wanted to read, what was it called, Dwayne? What was that? There was a new issue 1 out this week by Phil Kennedy Johnson. Give me 1 sec, I will find it. It's called Hell Hunters. I've heard it's pretty decent from Jim. Like, nothing amazing, but it's, it's worth a read. Let me just share this. If you've not read it, I'll show you. But before I do that, I will address the chat. Gray's all over the place. Oh, yeah, you guys are talking about SpongeBob. That's awesome. Also, great, if you watch my movie on the high seas, do not watch it in the morning or afternoon. It's very darkly shot, so wait till the evening, okay? Yeah, I was going to watch it in the evening with maybe a glass of red wine on the side or a bit of brandy. I won't go that far. Okay, let's get back. Here we go. Let me share. I will show you what I was talking about. As I say, not read it yet, but it looks and sounds decent. Here we go. Boom. Hell Hunters, issue 1. Okay, actually, that's not going to work, is it? That's better. Okay. Ghost Rider 44, 1944. It's basically the Ghost Rider 44 character's, I think, origin story, if I've got it right. As US Sergeant Sal Romero is parachuting into Nazi-occupied Europe, young Nazi officer Felix Bruckner becomes the host for an unspeakable evil. In the aftermath of their violent meeting, Romero is reborn as Ghost Rider 44, who sets out not only to take revenge on Bruckner and the Nazis, but to save mankind from annihilation. Featuring an all-star cast of Marvel's most badass heroes, don't miss the origin of the Incredible Hulk's Ghost Rider 44. $4.99, 32 pages. Phil Kennedy Johnson's a writer. Art is by Adam Gorham. Colours Frank Martin. What do you think, folks? Any interest? Any interest in Hell Hunters, issue 1? Yeah, a glass. You're going to need more than a glass, says Nosferatu, to watch that movie. I'll be like this, will I? Will I be peeping through my fingers? I don't know, Salty. He was in earlier on. He was asking after you, mate. He was asking after. Where's Nosferatu? He was here earlier, but I think he's busy. I'll give him a shout later. I've not checked any messages, so I might have got a message. Shall I have a quick look now? Nope, no message there. That's okay. So yeah, having a look at this. Stop sharing again. There we go. Oh, it's on your pull list, is it? Yeah, mega. Me too, it's on mine. I completely forgot it was coming out. I've got it, I just not got around to reading it. So, let's see. What else? I was just going to go through some of the releases for next week before we finish. Because surprisingly, this week was quite a big week, even though it was Christmas week. Next week as well, there's some big releases, folks. Don't worry, I'm not going to go too detailed, but here we go. Get rid of the AIPT tab. We don't need that. Right. Jack Be Lucky says, I picked up Dust to Dust issue 1 this week. I've not got around to reading it yet, but I flipped through it and the art looks great. Yes, excuse me, that was recommended to me. It might have been by you or someone in the comments, so I will look out for it. Fearmon saying, Dust to Dust looks amazing. but it's kind of underwhelming, really. I thought it was going supernatural, but looks like almost just a straightforward Western. Okay, gotcha. My books haven't come in the mail yet because of holidays. And speaking of coming in the mail, it's Zax. How you doing, man? Zax in the chat. I keep forgetting. I'm meant to be going through all my clips, aren't I? In order. Oh no, a total lie. This is for Zax, just randomly. Zax, thanks for being a member, man, and thanks for all your support on the channel. He's such a star, Zax. He'll drop comments on so many of my videos. Absolute legend.
It's a full moon.
Ooh, that was my Halloween clip, by the way. Love that movie. Probably the best. Arguably, is up there, isn't it? It's probably the best werewolf movie ever made. Dog Soldiers is close, I know, but I do love American Werewolf in London and The Howling. That's up there too. Okay, what was I doing? Cheers, Zax. Zax, big-shouldered Zax comes strutting in, like fucking lifting huge weights as he comes. I can't believe it. I'm so jealous. Yeah, get in there like the old days. I do send links to Zax, but I think he's usually too busy, and he's got family things. It's Christmas, so as I say, I wasn't planning to go on too much longer. Here we go, folks. Next week we have boom, Batman issue 156. Not reading it. Saga issue 71 drops. It's like one every 3 months now. Absolute Superman 3 comes out. We have the Ultimates issue 8, if you're reading that. I'm not. Avengers, Miles Morales, Poison Ivy. So you're just going to go through this quickly. Scroll down, we got Daredevil 17. The cover looks good, but I've dropped it. Didn't like the direction it was going in. Spawn, not reading it anymore, unfortunately. Batgirl 3, looking forward to that. That's been good. It's been okay. It's been good action. Birds of Prey, Spectacular Spider-Men, not reading those. X-Force, JSA 3 comes out. Yes, I knew there was something from DC I wanted to get hold of. JSA 3, go down next row. X-Factor 6, not reading. Shazam, or was it Shazam 19? Nope. Batman Full Moon 3, yes. I've got to put that on the pull list. Get in, that's in the pull list. There's a Deadpool Wolverine issue 1 coming out, $4.99. Wonder who's writing that. Let's have a quick look. And I can see Mrs. Wakizashi lurking in the background. I think she's waiting to come in. Benjamin Percy. I might check that out then. And Joshua Casara on art. I don't know. As I say, I'll be doing a regular new release video on Monday, hopefully. But this is just briefly going through. And we also have Two-Face issue 2 drops. Yes, I'll be reading that. Want to read. Stick that there. Down. Werewolf by Night. Not reading it. Justice League The Atom Project issue 1 comes out. I'm not sure about that. Might try it. Not decided. Cable Love and Chrome issue 1. Star Wars Ahsoka. Ahsoka. Soul Deska. Captain America. Sam Wilson. Captain America issue 1. No way. And probably not. DC Horror presents Creature Commandos issue 4. Not reading it. What if Galactus transformed Hulk issue 1? That might be worth a look. And Dwayne will be happy to hear. Savage Dragon issue 274 coming out. I'll be checking that out too. Knights v Samurai issue 4. Something Crawled Out issue 3 from Vault. Pretty creepy. And going down further down, that's about it. When I Lay My Vengeance Upon Thee from Boom. Intriguing title. Wonder what that's like. Might have a look at that. Let's keep going for anything else. Anything really smaller. Where are we? Small press. Rick and Morty, new Rick special issue 1, if you like that. Rocketeer. Oh, it's a special edition. Okay, these are variants. Kid Maroon issue 1 from Vault. Come in if you want. Come in if you're coming in. I've almost finished. Okay, before we wrap things up, thank you so much for watching this far, you stars. Let's drop another one. What's the next clip in order? In order it's the Bat Cookie from Fearmonger.
Any questions? Yes, Shaggy?
Like you wouldn't happen to have a bat cookie on you, would you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
Love that voice for Batman there. Brilliant, thank you. Thanks for that clip, man. Okay, how dare you, Nos? Nos, don't be starting fights. Wanna be starting something in the chat. Next week starts the Hush reprints. Mildly interesting, says Fear Monarch, but the foils for each issue got my eyeballs. Tell the missus I said, Ohio. You're too late, mate. Ohio's just for the morning. It's, konnichiwa, konnichiwa, konnichiwa. I need a grey top 10 books of the year stream. Yes, I need to prepare for it. Actually do some work, put together a PowerPoint or something, a presentation, instead of just rambling like usual. Absolute Superman and JSA for Dwayne next week. Yeah, looking forward to both of those. I can tell you what's not in his top 10. Blood Meridian, since I didn't finish it. I'm still halfway through it. I know. Genki, that's great. Great to see you, man. You good? Mrs. Wacker she's not based. She's not. I wish she was. I was trying to convince her that, everything we know is a lie, but she doesn't believe me. See what I did there? Okay. The year's not over yet. The year is not over yet. No, it isn't. Actually, next week. No, it'll be New Year's Day, won't it? I'm trying to work out. New Year's Day is really, if the comics are released, January the 1st. Who knew? Yeah, because we had Christmas Day. So it is New Year's Day for releases. Wow. So that's about it, folks. Before we finish, one more. What have I not played in ages? I'm just going down in order, but I'm going to freak you out with my weird mantis clip. And no, it's not from Guardians of the Galaxy. Wow, how hot is she? Doom, 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 boom, boom, boom. You've got one to end with, have you? Okay, you've got another clip. Look at this. Fear Monarch's is a new Nosferatu, dropping clips in the chat. Okay, let me scope it out. Here we go. Copy that. Oh, I nearly like X'd StreamYard then. Look at Gray trying to multitask. Do you like the way I went all posh then? You madman. You want me to play this? I daren't. I'll get in trouble. That's right near the end, isn't it? Who cares? Who cares?
Merry Christmas, motherfucker. Damn, get a load of you.
You madman. Have a happy new year. Wishing you all this. I'm hoping to have a video out before New Year. We'll see. I've been wanting to do a review, but as I say, it's been crazy here. Crazy busy. No time for reviews. So what I will do at the end, should we go out with some music? Let's go out with some music. Something not too rock and roll. Something nice and psychedelic from Jim. So I wish you all the best for the new year. If I don't talk to you before then, I don't see you. Have a great one. Have a happy one. Let's hope it's a good one. And yeah, thank you so much for your support this year. It's been amazing. Top 10 books from Gray. If I have time, I'm gonna get that done before New Year's Day. Famous last words. Love you guys. Matane. Take it easy. Nosferatu found a new enemy in the chat. Fear Monarch Nos. Make it happen.
You better leave all your notions behind. I'm here with great Japanese AI. And we'll talk about things guaranteed to blow your mind. The invisibles to patrol and others we find. Talking
Just kidding. You thought I forgot to stop the stream, didn't you? No. This has been great, guys. Thanks so much. Let me drop my arigato in the chat. Arigato. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Take it easy and hope to see you in a future video. This is Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse, signing off for the afternoon. I've got chicken curry to cook. Oh my goodness.